My name's Heather, and I first got started with the agency about 5.5 years ago. I started by volunteering. A friend of mine who actually worked here in my current job now before me just encouraged that I come and get some volunteer experience, and the ABI was a really wonderful place to do that. So it was just kind of by chance and an interest in the field of health and in public health. And so I volunteered for about a year, and then I ended up getting an opportunity to go into a casual position with the Street Outreach Services, which is kind of now understood as the needle exchange or drop-in that's on site. So I've worked with harm reduction, in the field of harm reduction, providing supplies and support for about 4 years, or about 4.5 years. And then a couple years in, I got an opportunity to apply for the youth position, which is providing harm reduction education to youth, and working in a support capacity for youth. And I think that was such an amazing opportunity that I was just happened to be faced with, and so that's been by far such an amazing opportunity for me to find out more about what it is that I like to provide for people in the community, who I like to connect with. And youth in particular are very inspiring and really encouraging of what the future kind of looks like as well, where you see their motivation, their drive, their intelligence, their capacity, their strength, their resilience. I feel really honored to get to be in a position where I get to hear of their experiences and their voices, and the knowledge that they have, and I've learned so much from them every day. And then I have an opportunity to be in a position where I can see that their experiences get fostered and shared with stakeholders, and get find a way for them to be manifested in ways that can be shared with the community at large. And so I feel very grateful that that's kind of the position that I'm in. I feel like the youth are teaching me things every day, and NABI is an agency kind of trying to figure out what it means to me. It means so much, but it's had quite a impact on my own understanding of myself, and working within the field of providing sexual health education and safer substance use education has been such a learning experience for me, and for my own understanding and relationship with those topics. I didn't have access to any sort of comprehensive, non-judgmental, sex positive education at my time in middle and high school. And so, of course, a lot of folks had a lot of internalized shame and internalized stigma around those topics, and have had, when I reflect on past experiences, both with substance use and sex, it's really interesting to look at them now, and to understand how those experiences made me feel, and to be in a position where I can hopefully play a role in lessening that negative experience, even just a little bit, by providing this education abroad in the school systems and alternative school systems in the community. I feel really, really grateful and honored to be able to do that. So it's awesome. ABI is such an incredible place, and the staff and the folks that access the services are a really rad community that exists, and I think everyone strives to support one another. I couldn't imagine, never had a workplace experience like this before. And I was watching Hermione's video, and she mentioned that it feels like a second home, and I can definitely identify with that as well. It feels like I'm excited to go to work. The work can be tiring, and it can be tough sometimes, but it definitely builds like a resilience within you, and a lot of it's possible because of like the strength and support and love of folks in this community helping each other out. So yeah, I love ABI.